how's it going, San Antonio? I am DJ Mighty Iris, and you're watching Wrong Side of the Traxx. This is your local spot for local music to live, breathe, rocks your socks off. You get the idea. I am here with Guild, well, some of the members from Guild, slash, comma, the man that produced, well, mixed.
He's mixing her out.
Mixed the album, yes.
Co-produced.
So, co-produced, sorry.
Sure.
My bad.
No worries.
So offensive.
Sorry.
Never good.
So introduce yourselves.
I'm Richard Evans from Guild.
Will Gannon.
Frank, guitarist, Guild.
I like calling you Frankie.
That's
Can I call you Frankie during the
That's
interview?
fine.
Okay, cool. Thanks, Frankie. All right, so how did you guys meet?
We've all met from way back in the day from San Antonio. Around like,
No, I would say more like 2001, 2002, just like
Okay.
playing shows and
playing shows around here.
trying
Okay.
to promote ourselves and meet other like-minded musicians.
So you were all in different bands before,
Oh
and
yeah,
just
like he was
kind of.
in Emily's Gone Mad, he was in Gastro Machine, I was in Guild, and at Gastro Machine at one point as well.
I played at an Emily's Gone Mad show. once.
Everyone knows.
I think everybody's saying
Everyone's.
for Emily's Gone Mad.
Fuck,
Filled in
man.
for keyboard for Guild.
It's
one
John
day.
Brown is
Alumni.
like the whore of San Antonio. I think he's just just been into everybody's.
We inbred.
everybody's.
And you would figure they would have the paychecks that go with it.
Aw.
No.
Well,
We're simple
congratulations,
people.
man.
We're gonna make
That's
fun
awesome.
of John Brown.
Yeah, you
Because
have
he's looking
to
at him right
because
now. Fuck
yeah,
John Brown.
everyone knows that name. Okay, so how long have you guys been with Guild? How long have you been together?
In about, was it 06? We went out to California.
Yeah, it was about
Yeah,
06.
we went out to California in LA.
Live with these guys.
Yeah,
Oh.
and
We all know each other very, very well.
You seen each other naked?
We're way too close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe accidentally.
I wasn't. I don't remember that. Hopefully my brain blocked that out if that happened.
If there was enough alcohol,
Alcohol does crazy shit.
no, yeah, we can blame the alcohol.
So you've been to California. Have you been to Hollywood, Frankie?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
So Frankie has
I was
gone
like,
to Hollywood.
I'm here, so
Very
where's my
cool.
money? There was no money. I came with the
cool.
money.
Relax, relax.
So how many albums do you guys have?
We have the one that's in the right here. Actually,
Yes,
right here.
I
which
was- thank
can
you for
find on
bringing it.
iTunes. Yeah,
Oh, sorry.
and we are currently working on our other one right now as well. Almost done. Almost done.
How much time goes into making an album? I'm curious.
Oh,
It really depends, honestly. Like when we got done with this and came back, life changed. You know, and being a creative person, you have to give yourself time to play and to like experiment, to do things instead of like, this is what I'm going to do. Because if you can do that, then you'll end up being second guessing everything that you're doing as opposed to just creating it. So, and then that's just writing the first part of it, and then you have to go through recording it, which can be a pain in the butt. You're just doing it over and over again. Like, oh, I heard that little tss at the end of your word. Nah, too much T. Richard, cut that out. Doing recording again, kind of thing. And then you go to the mixing process, so it can take some time. It can
Okay.
take some time if you want it like perfect. which
this
kind of
particular
is-
second album has been pretty much a labor of love for about 2.5, 3 years since the last album. When we were in California, I'd like to look at it as that this first album, Guild Self-Titled, was pretty much the embodiment of everyone's mood and mindset at that time. So coming back over here, during that time there was the recession, and so we all came back financially just like, okay, what are we going to do now? Because we basically lived the dream. We went to California.
That's very cool.
You get there, you live in a big old house, you have all your friends around you, you throw some parties, and everything that you would want to do, you do. And then after that, you're like, okay, well, I got to live that dream, and I come back, and it's like, okay, so what did you learn? And that's basically where the second album kind of comes into play.
Okay.
It's been kind of picking and sorting out what best represented us for this new, like, reiteration of Guild. Because Guild itself has had probably 3 or 4 incarnations
Yeah,
before
as far
with
as, like-
revolving members
Yeah.
and stuff. And that was the whole mindset behind Guild, was that everybody that came into the fold of it brought something special and new to it, whether it be a guitar line, a vocal line, a synth line, something to it. And it was meant to be exactly what the name implies, a guild, an
guild.
ever-changing
Okay.
specialty of groups. And it was like, if you were lucky enough to be in Guild, then you brought something in that we all connected with at some point.
You have been assimilated.
Yeah.
You've been gilded. That's
Pretty
a reference. Okay, so
Gilded, I guess.
your sound is kind of like electronic. Is that what
definitely.
kind of genre?
If anything, that's the one tying thing. I think that every one of us that's ever been in either Emily or Guild, Gastro, or anybody that when in our circle, it's a love for electronic music
Okay.
at some level, no matter whether it be the the hardest of the hard, which would be like drumcore or something crazy.
There's so many genres. I don't even know
And
what
then
drumcore is.
down to like EBM, like goth music
Yeah,
and stuff like
okay.
that. I mean, that's going to be the most accessible and the most that everybody remembers the most of, because whether it's been made fun of or it's been taken serious,
Right.
it's like everything from SNL to like something as serious as like somebody like say
were
into
in
Comedy
that
Christ.
scene.
Yeah.
So we know those people.
Yeah. So I mean, it's the embodiment of taking that which has always been done and just kind of trying to elevate it, do it our way, and which I think everybody tries to do. But you know, just like anybody else, I think our unique spin on it is cool.
Very cool. Very cool. Which who are your influences, music-wise?
I've listened to
Obviously.
pretty much everything. I mean, you can go down the list of, say, Daft Punk, Jay-Z, Kanye West, just on that side of things, whereas electronic music, rock-wise, what am I drawing a blank now?
That means it was a good
There's
question.
just so many of them. Yeah, she was
Bob
at that party
Dylan.
last night. Bob Dylan for
Nine
sure.
Nails.
I feel like I've seen you like 5 times this week already.
Yeah.
Really, it was like 2,
Because we party.
3 times.
Spring break.
Woo!
Party Town.
Uh-huh. Yeah, Daft Punk is amazing. What about you guys? Who are your influences?
Right.
My main influences across the board with anything is probably going to be like Tom Waits, Danzig,
Really?
Ministry,
Wow.
Etta James, Howlin' Wolf.
Soulful music.
Soulful music. That's just my style, my take. And I mean, if anybody's ever been to any show or any band that I've been in, there's always a hint of blues or something that I'm always doing.
That's cool.
That's always just been my take on guitar. But I've always been one that's like, okay, well, I know what they did. I want to go and mangle it up and just totally fuck it up and just see what comes out of it. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. That's why there's a trash can.
Very cool.
So,
Awesome. What about you?
I have a wide variety of influences, but I guess like my main influences would be like electronic or electronic rock based, like Nine Inch Nails, and then like I really liked Aphex Twin, Bjork. It's one of my,
yeah.
my favorite female artists. But I also like grew up playing classical guitar, so I like Andrew Segovia and like John Williams, and also like jazz, like Jaco Pastorius, like Herbie Hancock. So I like it all. Like
Herbie Hancock.
I always go
Haven't
through
played that
different
in forever.
phases, so it's never like my favorite bands when I was a teenager. Like when I was a teenager, like it was Typo Negative, you know, and then it was like
Love to have
Nine
That's
Inch
cool.
Nails, and it was
Uh-huh.
like Skinny Puppy, but like now it's more like I don't even know anymore. Like maybe Of Montreal or like
Word.
Devo or. It just
Devo's
depends.
I love
always go
Devo.
through, like weird phases.
Yeah,
Fever Ray,
that's good
The
stuff.
Knife.
Oh, the knife is
but
good.
you know, if anything, I think what was it? Me and Richard will listen to Jay-Z.
Mm-hmm.
We'll listen to Kanye West. We'll listen to
And I like
Wiz
all that
Khalifa.
stuff too, to a lesser extent.
It's good though to have that variety.
I think that's the advantage of, especially when we went to California. That was one of the advantages we felt coming from Texas, because it is such a melting pot that you do get the influences of everything from like Tejano, blues, German music, polkas.
Especially like with the internet, I think more people are
Yeah.
finding out that these genres they never were interested in, like there are good artists in those genres that they're interested in, and now
yeah.
they're like, oh, well now I like it all too.
Yeah, like lately I've been in on a country kick.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, like a real bad country kick.
I got into country for a while. It was really sad, but it made me feel better for some
like
reason.
Johnny
Kind
Cash,
of country.
No, it was the
Whiskey
one.
drinking?
Patsy Cline,
No,
Garth Brooks. Is that what you're?
it was like Kenny Chesney type
Twain.
stuff.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
But
I've been listening
some
to
of the
Kenny
songs are
Chesney,
catchy, man.
Blake Shelton, Miranda
Okay.
Lambert. What was it? This album that I got turned on to was Pistol Annie's. Like their new release. It's Miranda Lambert and these two other girls from country music. I primarily know Miranda Lambert because of Blake Shelton's
Okay.
wife. But that album's dope. Like its attitude. It's kind of like if Reba McEntire was raised by like Shania Twain and like listened to Patsy Cline and they like drank with Johnny Cash. That's basically what that album sounds like.
Okay.
They're just kind of attitude girl driven.
Man,
It's awesome.
That at all. This last country song I heard had like Nelly on it or something like that. It was ridiculous.
That'll happen.
It
People
was
do
so
collabs.
embarrassing.
basically another form of pop music now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. Okay, listen. Now I have a question. If you guys could cover any song, what would it be? Do you guys do
Well,
covers? Does Guild do
Yeah,
covers?
the last one we did was TV on the Radio's Wolf Like Me.
I love that song.
That was our jam, our pump up jam.
Yeah.
In the middle of our set, and just rage
Fever
mode.
Ray.
I'm doing some right now. So I mean, I'm doing my own side project, Rivers Want, and I'm doing Fever Ray's Keep the Streets Empty for me. Also, Doing It Right from that new Daft Punk album.
Oh, that's my favorite one. I played that one.
And might be missing the version of All Along the Watchtower.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Inspired from what BSG.
From some Battlestar Galactica
Yeah.
style.
Okay.
Just because we heard it on there so much.
Hey,
it was
put
just like-
Dylan inside a sci-fi movie, I'm there. So, we're contemplating.
I love hearing covers that sound totally different, but it's good. You know what I mean?
That's going back to Typo Negative. That's what they did.
Sometimes.
Wow. Summer Breeze.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yes,
what it
I know what you did last summer.
Yeah.
I had that soundtrack.
Yeah.
Cinnamon Girl.
Cinnamon Girl was dope. I like that song.
Neil Young.
Oh, the other one from Hedwig.
Hedwig.
I never saw that movie.
It's just cool.
I heard good things.
Angry Inch. That's what they covered that.
Oh okay.
So where do you guys perform?
We've been locally or?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, we've been Korova, we've been to Oak Hill Tavern. What is the other place we played? Rock Bottom Bar before.
Yeah.
Remember? What was a place that collapsed?
I can't remember. I know we did. Didn't we do Zombies at one
We
point?
did do Zombies at one point.
We did Zombies.
White Rabbit we played at before. I
Yeah.
played at Communion back in the day.
oh, I remember Communion.
Yeah, I mean, we're
Campus,
Sam's
yeah.
we're old school guys.
Sam's
I mean,
Burger
we've
Joint
played
was my first
tons
show
of-
ever.
Tons of
First show
bars,
ever.
tons of places. I mean, we've
Yeah.
Everybody's
ran the
playing
gamut of
Okay.
most of the venues
They got a
around
zip
here.
code, we'll play it.
Very cool.
Sunset Station.
Do you have any
Sunset.
performances coming up? Any shows?
As of right now, we may do some like electronic kind of acoustic sets just to kind of tease and show off and test some of the waters. Because I mean, for the second album, we've got a total of about 18 songs, 13, and we've whittled it down. But we're trying to see what's gonna really work for us. Like what are the crowd pleasers?
Okay.
What we like to play, and then like of course what's gonna help cement the vision of what we got going on for the album.
Yeah, those shows will be like, surprise!
Yeah.
Someone shared on my Facebook like a music video. Do you guys have or who made that? There was a music video that I saw of one of your songs.
Which one? Like Failure to Communicate?
Yes, I think that was it.
Yeah. That one's on our YouTube page, youtube.com/Guild Offline.
Okay,
That's where you can find that.
very cool. And do you guys
all
have
our
a
other
Guild
movies.
Facebook page?
Totally.
Awesome,
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Just type in Guild, we'll be there.
Guild
Okay.
Offline at Facebook.com.
No, I think it's just Guild.
something like that, yeah. But yeah, I mean, most of those videos were all fan made. Stuff that we did in California, stuff we did in Phoenix. I mean, stuff we did here in San Antonio. When we were living in California, we went back and forth like once or twice to just kind of flex our wings a bit and push the album when we first let it out. And then after that, we kind of came back and we're like, okay, what are we gonna do now? And then the recession hit really bad in Cali, so that's why we ended up ultimately
State
coming
went
back.
broke.
Yeah,
Yeah, the state went really broke.
And
and
in California, you're either rich or you're broke. Pretty much.
Or you drive for 4 hours
To get
every day
anywhere.
to go to work. Because it was like, I mean, most people's commutes were like, say if you lived in West Covina, it was about an hour and a half, 2 hour drive to like where we were working at Disney in Knott's Berry. And then you drove after your 8 hour shift, like an hour and a half, 2 hours back home. And so by the time you got home, it was dark when you left and it was dark when you got back. So
oh man,
it's like that's what everybody's kind of used to there. And it's like if you're used to it, that's fine. But for me, I'm like,
That's the reason why they let people smoke weed over there.
yeah, definitely. And why they sell hard liquor in the grocery stores.
Oh sure,
Yeah.
yeah. Liquor whenever you want it in the grocery
Yeah, it's
store.
like till 2 in the morning.
Yeah, something
Some
like that.
places. Depends on the license.
It's not Vegas still though.
Yeah.
And
You
they
just
deliver.
walk in. That's my favorite thing in Vegas, going to a grocery store, walking outside with a beer, looking at that cop that's standing out there and just this.
they deliver?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know
Oh,
that.
that's right, they deliver.
They deliver, man. I remember that.
Okay, so it's not just in movies; it's true.
That was true.
Well, now what was it? I've seen because I watch some of the YouTube shows and stuff, and they were talking about like, oh, well, you can order a glass of milk and some cookies now. Like,
What?
you're effed up. Yeah, and I was
Very
like,
cool.
that's awesome.
America, the land of hedonism.
Yeah, pretty much. It's all hedonism, but oh.
Bring me some more grapes, please.
You guys have any side projects? Like you're in Neckbolt, aren't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. My neckbolt stuff, I've been working on it for quite a while. It's actually probably as old as Emily's, going way back. And even before that, I had little things that I messed with, but it's become more and more where it's like, I've been wanting to slowly put it out. And so I've played a couple shows here and there just to kind of test the waters and see how people were gonna like it. Because I was always working with other people, and these are basically the songs that I wrote that I didn't let anybody else touch, for fear of like, oh, you know, when you're a songwriter, you're kind of like, oh, this is my baby. I'm gonna
Yeah.
hold on to this, and I don't know if they're gonna take care of it right. But after a while, you kind of realize that
Smash its brains
you're
out.
just like any normal kid. They're not gonna get anywhere. They're not gonna grow. They're not gonna do anything unless you let them go. So that's been kind of my thing. Now I've been slowly embracing the idea of letting go and just seeing how people react to it.
Art's never finished. It's only abandoned.
Exactly. And I don't want to abandon any of my babies purposely. So
Okay.
I've decided, okay, you get off the farm, go earn a living.
Get out of here. Get out
One
there
of you
on iTunes,
kids
make
is
me
gonna
some
get me
money.
some iTunes money, and this will be good. That's the way I kind of see it.
Very cool. So with Guild, what is your setup like? Do you have synthesizers, or when you perform live, like what all?
It's been like we have Frankie on guitar. Obviously, I'm doing the singing, and we have Christopher Robin or Booty. He's on drums.
Oh,
and
okay.
Brandon Lynch. He's on bass.
Oh, we
have
met
the
him
keys.
last night. He was at the art show. Okay,
totally.
yeah.
And his Pale Blue Corpse and Creature from the Drain artwork.
Yes, yeah.
He's gonna want a shout out, so I did that.
I told him your name sounds like a band name. I was like, we're Brandon Lynch. You know?
Brandon Lynch.
Oh yeah, no, he's always loved that. He sucks it up.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
Cool ass
My
name.
awesome name.
Yeah, it's like, oh man, I want a cool last name too. But yeah, what were we talking about?
How many members?
Oh yeah, the band members. Yeah.
Oh no, yeah, I mean I've played synthesizer on stage, and our new iteration, I think we'll be doing a little bit more of that, like live tweaking via Ableton, things like that.
Lights are important too.
Yeah, our production is going to definitely be stepped up.
I like that you guys have like a light show thing going on. Donna the Phoenix had that too when I saw. You were at Oak Hills at Donna
Yeah,
the Phoenix's first show.
Yeah, I did the opening for him.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
But was that neck bolt just you by yourself with the guitar and?
So far, it is just by myself. Primarily, like the people that help me out behind the scenes would be like John Brown.
Okay.
John Brown's like one of my main go-to guys whenever I'm like, I got this idea. And he'll be like, no, no. Or he'll be like, do that again. And I'm like, all right.
Very cool.
And my brother does a lot of mixing, does a lot of producing, and he's also my fallback guy. Richard's helped me out on some newer tracks that I've kind of experimented on.
Okay.
He's helped me kind of do this kind of. He's been trying to help me bring out a little bit more of this kind of a
The inner
dirty
Frankie?
South
Oh.
mixture of electronic.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
mix it, think of like Dirty South hip hop and mix it with like the blues.
Yeah, that's basically what I'm messing with him.
Like those go together.
And
Perfect.
so it's like, to me, I'm like, I'm gonna keep experimenting till something works, and then I'll just sell the shit out of it.
Very cool. Awesome.
Just like every other good artist. It's like, you like that? I can do it again.
For a fight.
For a fate,
Yeah,
yeah.
fight back.
That's awesome, man. How much? Okay, so your new album that's coming out. What's the name of it? Do you have a name for it?
Pages torn from my Robot Manifesto.
That's a long name.
It's a very long name.
It is
Where did it come
but
from?
it's
Very
it's come from this whole idea of all the songs that I'm writing on this one are much more personal, I think. Honestly, now just because I've been through a lot of turmoil since that record kind of thing, so I had a whole other life to capture, and a lot of it's kind of just my beliefs and views
Disengaged
instead.
at one point.
Yeah, disengaged, and that's one song in that one. But you have like all these things just put together, so it ended up being, it's kind of like opening up a diary and being like, okay, well here's this, and here's this, and here's this. And since my brain is kind of an amalgamation of science fiction meets music kind of thing, Pages Torn, I wrote that manifesto.
Very
and
cool.
once you see the album artwork and all that, and hear the intros and outros, it's gonna make a lot of sense.
When do you think that'll be out? That'll be.
It'll be out this year.
Okay.
It'll definitely be out this year.
Definitely be out this year.
Yeah, we're just finishing up mixing. That's probably what we'll do as soon as we leave here, and we will get back to you on that one.
Will the sunglasses come with the new album? Because I really like your sunglasses. I'd like to borrow them.
There'll
That'd be
be
interesting.
sunglasses
I kinda
in a
wanna do-
different form.
I kind of want to do 3D sunglasses.
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, we've got some ideas of weird stuff we want to do for the show and see what works. Because
Yeah.
ultimately the dream is Bonnaroo, Burning Man,
Coachella, maybe.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I get it.
ATL. That's actually the sound and the thing that we've kind of dreamt of. We're like, okay, we've played bars. We're veterans of bars and clubs. I'm like, what is the next step up? And it's like, what are we gonna shoot for? And it's like, well, everybody dreams of playing in front of 10,000, 5,000, 20,000, 30,000. I mean, everybody wants to see that sea of people jumping and moving around and singing with your songs. So
Yeah, that'd be awesome to hear
that's the
people
dream.
singing your songs.
It's like,
I
Like,
want that.
It's an awesome.
yeah,
I need to have that.
even if it's just one time, it's like, dude, that'll be the sickest show we ever do.
Does it make you mad whenever you hear like a one-hit wonder and everyone knows the words to it and you're like,
Oh,
man,
hell no.
like, it doesn't make you mad?
No, not especially. Well, like the one hit wonder used to be the whole cliche thing. It was like, oh, he's just a one hit wonder. like, did you realize his lifestyle and everything changed from that one hit? And yeah, he had to live it up for like 20 years, but his life was better for it. And if anything, nowadays, the one-hit wonder is the thing to aim for. Like I said, iTunes money. It's like,
Yeah, you're
give me
right.
my
One hit's
iTunes
better
money.
than no hits.
Yeah.
It's true.
For sure. And
It's
also,
true.
like, a good song is a good song.
Yeah.
Simple as that. I know people like to say, "Oh, I'm like, Kanye West, he's a douchebag," and I like Justin Bieber. I'm like, hey, those songs kind of get
No, they
people
are.
tapping.
They get
your
stuck in
foot
your
to
head.
it,
Yeah.
A song is something that walks by
Well, the
itself.
cool thing about being an artist is like any kind of publicity ends up being good publicity.
Yeah.
So like the people that hate him and the people that love him, they all contribute to the star power of the artist.
Okay.
No photos.
I have a perfect
No
example of
photos!
this, which was The Outward,
Oh,
little
yeah, I love that
South
guy.
African hip hop group nobody heard of, forever kind of thing. They had one song. What was it? The first single they did?
Into the Ninja,
Enter the
man.
Ninja, and there's such a weird video, Yolandi Vista all dressed up like a little girl and him just looking like a monster and
Use
whatnot.
four chords,
I haven't
which
heard
love.
that. I haven't heard
Yeah,
that.
but they blew up overnight and was awesome because I went to go see them at the first U.S. show at Coachella, and I was just in the audience and nobody knew who they were, and except for like maybe a few handful of people because they were in the dance tent where you usually see Dead Mouse the night after, things like that. So people were like, what's going on here? But then I saw them on Halloween, I think 2 years ago, and by then they'd already released their second album, and when the crowd just started going, he just stood there and just took it in, and you could see it in his face. He was like, that's what I've been working for. And
Yeah.
every artist wants to have that experience.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that and I was like, bravo.
Yeah,
I'm
they're
next.
like the punk rock of Zeph's side kind of rap hip hop
Yeah.
in Africa.
That's cool.
I'll show you.
I haven't heard it. Yeah.
Yeah.
All
The other
right.
thing is like, you get to like have that triumphant moment, despite your naysayers. And that comes up in D. Antwoord's music too. But it's something that like every artist deals with. Like people are like, oh, you're not good enough, or like it doesn't sound good to me, so you shouldn't make it, or whatever. So there's lots of people you gotta deal with like that.
Yeah.
The more haters you have, the better you're doing.
I believe that.
If you have one hitter, try to figure out how to get two more.
That's right. That's right.
Cat Williams.
You're full of the one-liners today. I'm liking all the stuff you're
A
saying.
lot of quotes.
Yeah, a lot of quotes.
It's like, I can't take it.
Any closing thoughts, gentlemen, for the people out there watching?
Please listen to our music on iTunes. It's iTunes Guild. You can find us, and we'll be coming to you soon.
You can find us on our YouTube
our
page.
YouTube page.
They'll be coming
Guild
to you and
Offline.
coming on you with their music.
That's right.
And
Yeah.
you can find my music as well online at willgannon.com. This is my logo. I don't know if you can see the card. It's probably too far away. Let's pretend.
Technology,
Real
they'll zoom in or something, we'll take a picture of it. What about you,
Put in a link.
Mr.
in the-
Frankie?
Actually,
a
you
big-
can go to www.neckbolt.com.
Very cool. All right, what do you guys think of this picture?
It's hot.
That poor penis.
It needs wheels.
It was drawn by Matt Hole of Peach Fish, and that was my little
That's-
smile
It didn't
on
look
there.
angry enough.
He loves the dick.
Oh,
Well, I mean, it's
damn.
off-centered of the shaft. It should have been angry because it's displaced.
Matt Hole is a shaft. I just want to throw that out there. You're a shaft, Matt Hole. All right, cool. Well, thanks for hanging out with us. Guild / Well, again. Thank you. Good night.
Good night.
Night.
Good morning.